Hi, I'm Jace, and I discovered Stray Kids a couple of days ago. I decided that I needed somebody to share my latest hyperfixation with, and decided I am going to share it with you guys. I don't really have many friends that listen to K-pop at all, so it's nice for me to have an outlet to fangirl. I have watched a couple of their videos already and listened to some of the music, but I'm going to kind of go back and re-watch them and re-listen and just kind of give you my thoughts and comments. Though I'm by no means an expert, I have a degree in classical singing and was a competitive dancer for several years, and I've done several different dance styles. So I feel like it gives me a bit of a different viewpoint on a lot of what they do. And one of the things that really interests me with Stray Kids is the combination of music, dance, and lyrics, or music, action, and lyrics, and how they tie all of that together. I am going to start with thoughts and opinions on Chk Chk Boom, because that's the first of the Stray Kids things that I listened to, and I will carry on from there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be commenting on is the Chk Chk Boom music video. I really want to do the performance video as well, because there's a lot of bits and pieces that I actually prefer about the performance video, but this is fun, so may as well.
It's recommended to stay home.
Why didn't you mention there's no toilet paper?
What the hell's going on? What? So,
I was in there for 30 minutes. What?
Okay, so Hugh Jackman, a favorite, but my favorite thing of his is not generally most people's favorite. He did I don't know if it was just the one scene or if it was a full production of Oh What a Beautiful Morning from Oklahoma. I'll put a link to it somewhere, but that's like one of my favorite Hugh Jackman things ever. Also, this conversation is so random.
No. The one thing. A toilet? Yes. A sink? No. Toilet paper. Good evening. And thank you for watching CCB News. I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Hyunjin in the background, looking like he's... The Stray Kids logo everywhere. It took me so long to figure out that he was spray painting, and that's such a cool transition. This is so clever. The lyrics being Neil, I'm strong, and then they've got Neil Armstrong in the background. I love the synchronization.
Filling up my truck, yeah, you want that right?
That little scene. So there's a couple of different things I want to talk about. This is a re-record of my comments on this video, because the first time my audio was screwed up. But during that initial rewatch, I noticed that Felix is clapping on beat.
Filling up my truck, yeah, you want that right? Boom.
Yeah.
Hit you like a truck, I'm a...
Also, Bang Chan's tone on Ride, it's like really flat. If you go later on, let me see if I can find it. Okay. So the pitching on it, the sound is brighter. When is that Seungmin? Yes. When he sings it, the tone is much brighter. It's I. And when Bang Chan does it previously, it's I. Yeah, no, I'm making funny noises, but it's like a really flat sound, which is kind of indicative of it's something that they use a lot in hip hop, and considering that's one of their main inspiration sources of music, it's really cool to see that, because it provides a link. That step also has one of my favorite dance bits in this whole thing.
I got that. I'm a pop, take a shot, yeah. Shoot down my girlfriend by one night, snipe them. Filling up my truck, yeah, you want that right? Boom. Hit you like a truck, I'ma make you fly.
Fly isn't quite as flat, but still. There we go. Hyunjin looking very Billie Eilish coded.
Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Chaos be so catastrophic, boom. Ratatata, I'ma make it, boom.
Everybody except Lino in blue, and he's in green because
Boom, boom, boom.
these transitions are so clever. And the fact that the spray bottle that he throws up is like hovering in the top of the frame in between, very cool. And then, yeah, the Stray Kids logo in the background, spray painted all over everything. The Louis Vuitton, because Felix. I love the percussiveness of Changbin's rap. He always puts so much extra emphasis on his consonants. You kind of have to anyway in rap if you don't want it to come out mumbled. He tends to rap more slowly than Han. Just the number of syllables going off per beat. But he, just because his style is different, his rhythm is different. But he is so percussive with his consonants and things, so the rolled R's, barra, chika, barra. I don't speak Korean. It's not one of my languages that I speak. Sorry if yes. But it's really cool, and he uses it to really good effect, not just in this, in a couple of different things. Oh.
I'm the owner of my gold 진짜 많은 뭐가 make it right 좀 조절 clear 정적을 깨버리지 나의 trigger fire
Also, Ian's voice is so smooth.
Feeling on my truck, yeah, you want that.
So one of the things that I will talk about in these videos is the costuming, and the costuming in relation to dance, as well as a couple of other things. It is Lino. It looks like Lino is wearing spats on his shoes, which is interesting. It's not something you see as a common accessory nowadays.
Don't wait up, oh yeah, amigo. Feeling on my truck, yeah, you want that ride? Boom. Hit you like a truck, I'ma make you fly. Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Love us, we can let's stop on it.
Felix's voice.
I'ma make it boom, 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 boom. Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Chaos, we so catastrophic, boom. Ratatata, I'ma make it boom, boom, boom.
So this scene must have been a lot of fun to film. Just trying to get the space in the street without cars going past and everything, because I'm assuming they couldn't block off the road, especially since there's actual like vehicles passing by. So getting all of the takes and everything must have been pretty tough. Also, that choreography, I really like the fact that they don't do boom, boom, chick, chick, boom. The boom, boom, chick, chick, boom, boom. They offset the timing so that the boom with the shot comes off at the beginning of the next phrase. Which is, it's really cool, and it kind of strings the choreography together over more than just the standard line. Onomatopoeia there, I think, and lots of Spanish used in it. that little hand gesture of Hyungjin's is something that I've noticed in the dance videos and things as well. Not all of them do it. It's very interesting to see, to pick out the dancers in the group, because they've got little extra things that just make a difference, like that, the boom boom chick chick. So he uses his thumb. I can't remember what timing it was now. Yeah. Chk Chk Boom. Boom. He does it, and then a couple of the others have it. I'd have to have a look specifically for who all amongst the group does it, but it's very, very interesting.
That's it for us tonight at CCB News. Join us next. How long have you guys been sitting there?
For a while.
Pretty long.
Yeah. Right. Any chance that you're, looking for an older, less agile member? Maybe?
No.
Great.
The scene made me cringe so hard. Partially because I've been on the Stray Kids side of it. People find out that you sing or are in a performance group, and somebody's, even if they're joking, going to make a wise crack about, oh, I could join your group, or are you looking for new people, or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but no. Like, sorry? Yeah, it's so awkward.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the secondhand awkwardness here. Okay, yeah, that was the music video. I've watched it a couple of times. This is the second time I've had to re-record it because of issues with my setup, so hopefully that's not a problem this time. I do also want to go and watch the performance video, so I think I'll do that now as well, and then do different songs next time. Okay, video, audio. Oh, before I say go, the choreography, one of my favorite things with group choreography is the interaction of movement between the different people. So things like this, where the whole group is being used, everybody is using their bodies to make a pattern or something, to make really interesting choreography. That's something I really enjoy. Also, I had not noticed the fingernails. Cool. I might copy that at some point, just because, why not? Why not? The reactionary and related movement, and I really... So, right off the bat, choreography-wise, they are very good at shifting the focus onto whoever is currently taking part in the music, so whoever's singing or whatever. Usually they do that by putting them in the middle of the formation, but sometimes I've seen them do it where it's one person off to the side, or the movements of all of the others are emphasizing the fact that this person is the focus, which is really cool. Also the switching, there we go, that way, the switching hands, around Felix's face right at the beginning, and the fact that he is moving them away, that reactionary movement stuff is cool. Yeah, as I said, interperson choreography is something I really enjoy. My main dance style was Latin and ballroom, so that's working with a partner, and the kinds of movements and steps that you do with a partner and because of a partner is something that I always look out for because of that. Because in ballroom you are stuck together, and you cannot move correctly without your partner also moving correctly. Whereas in Latin, you're separate, but you have to be coordinated and synchronized, even if you're not touching or doing all of the same exact steps.
정중앙 세계 저점도 맞춰내제 빠른 계획도 어쩌없이 완벽한 판도 애써 춤춰 내 플랜대로 keep going But this life is regular 승리를 너무 과식했지 배불러 산책도 할겸 이쯤에 뚫려 우리는 주로 나머지 전부 Neil Armstrong 안 되네
All of the word painting in the movement, so stroll, and they have a walking movement. I'm strong, they've got the guns. They do that sort of thing a lot, between the sound in the music and the words, and then the visuals on screen, whether those visuals be the choreography or something in the background of the music video. So that interpretation of the choreography, the way they've used it between the music video and the performance version, is really good.
Filling up my truck, yeah, you want that right? Boom. Hit you like a truck, I'ma make
There we go. That's a step that I really enjoy. Let's see if I can do it. The standing up. That. Let's go back a bit. Okay, so it's, yeah. Yeah, I really like kind of the stop of movement. So it looks like they're going to take a step, they freeze, but the movement kind of keeps going with their arms. It's almost like a dead swing, if that makes any sense at all. It kind of subverts expectations a little bit, and that's really fun. That's something I quite enjoy with their stuff.
Want that right? Boom.
And it kind of fits with the flat tone of the ride. Boom. Yeah.
Hit you like a truck,
Fly.
I'ma make you fly.
Okay, so this man. They always dress him very interestingly. Their stylists, or whoever does the styling for their choreography or whatever, I don't know if it's the same team or the same people, they make very interesting choices. Some of them I really like. Some of them I look at and I'm like, huh? So one thing with Hyungjin specifically, he is often wearing something loose and flowing, something with fabric that swags. So whether it's like a bandana tied on his belt, or in this case the loose poncho thing, in the music video he's got that big flapping jacket. Him and the other dancers as well to some extent, but him specifically, they use it to emphasize his movement because of the way he moves. The swaying of the fabric complements the smoothness of his movement, and that's something I've picked up in a couple of the different videos. Yeah, but I don't know if it's Felix who's wearing a hoodie that's missing pieces. Like they have a couple of those where people are wearing like half a skirt, or like a hoodie that's missing the sides, or whatever, and it can be very effective. There's one of the live performances where Lino is wearing this tulle organza floaty half skirt thing, and rather than make him look effeminate or girly in any way. It gives his movement a lot of power on stage. It's really, really interesting. The power in the movement might just be because he's chasing after, interacting with, playing silly buggers with Han. Yeah, them two doing their thing. Back a bit. Yeah, it is Felix. They do this quite a lot with his stuff. I've seen before. They'll cut out side sections of whatever top he's wearing. Sometimes he's got chains and things dangling between them, but this, it just seems like they've cut the hoodie in a weird shape.
Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Lobos, we cannot stop haunting, boom. Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom, 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 boom. Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Chaos be so catastrophic.
So, switching from one dancer to the other, I find the differences in style between Lino and Hyunjin very interesting. Lino's movements are really powerful, and that's obvious in a couple of other videos. I think I've mentioned it somewhere else. Whereas Hyunjin's is really smooth. He flows between his transitions really well, and Felix is just more of a general all-rounder. He's just very expressive with his performance. None of the others are bad dancers either. I've seen clips of Changbin dancing some of the girls group dances, and he does it so well, and so much of that is the way he changes his posture and his movement to do it. It's very interesting. Okay, back.
Boom, vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Chaos be so catastrophic, boom. Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom, 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 boom. Cliche package 자체가 더 cliche. 나의 딴 견해 전부 유죄.
Another interactive step. There's a harmony. There's a harmony there. I think it's third. Third or fourth. That's something that's quite subtle that they do quite a lot, is doubling up on voices. They don't make the harmonies hugely obvious, but even in some of the rapped sections, one of the things that I enjoy about K-pop rap is that it's generally pitched really well, so it's both sung and spoken at the same time. Because it's pitched, you can put harmonies over it, so that's, yeah. So that was one of the pieces of choreography where the focus is not on the person in the center, but they use the shape of the formation of the choreography to emphasize, in this case, Changbin. So Ian's voice there is very smooth. Seungmin's has got a little bit more rasp in it, but in comparison to the rap and to Felix specifically, both of them have got really smooth, clean tone. It makes for a nice contrast, and that's something that I've picked up a lot in other parts of their music as well, or other pieces of their music. Like, those two can sing. Wow. There we go, there's the stupid hoodie, not hoodie. I find the way they use the ratatata step really interesting for me, because for the first one, it's kind of pretty much the same hand gesture. So the first one is ratatata, and then the second one, it's overhead, and it's kind of ba 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 and da ba ba ba, the same kind of movement, but using it at two different levels, and in two different ways in the choreography, which works really well. Because you do want repeating elements in something, especially if it's like a chorus or there's something matching. Just like in the music, you want repeating elements. In the dance, you want some repeating elements as well. Hands. Let's see if I can spot it. Not there. But they didn't pull the gun fingers. Why the hands? I don't know. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Fingers wise, hands wise from.
Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Love us, we cannot stop on it, boom. Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom, boom, boom.
Ah, you can't see it.
Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom, boom, boom.
Hang on.
Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. Love us, we cannot stop on it,
Fingers like that.
Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it, boom.
That's this. Yes, okay. So they have the ratatatas with the gun hands, and then the boom, boom, chick, chick, boom, boom. Very clever. Well, that's what Felix is doing, at least. I wasn't watching the others' hands close enough, but it's the little things. So having the dum bum, just little things on the beat. It's the details. That's interesting because it's not exactly on the beat. It's almost in triplets. Da 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 da. The hand motions. It's because that's ratatata. That's on the beat. Yeah, so that's da 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 dum. That reactionary movement as well. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so that was Chk Chk Boom. I have some others for you as well, but I wanted to do Chk Chk Boom because it was the first one that I saw and the one that kind of got me hooked. And then next up is God's Menu, and then Backdoor, which I completely coincidentally watched together. And considering the ending of God's Menu and the beginning of Backdoor, and I watched them in that order, if you know, you know. So I saw that and I was like, okay, this kind of stuff I can very definitely get into. So that's what's next.